Hey everybody, this is Dylan Henson from the Prowler, and I'm here with Coach Hutchins, the first Coach's Corner of the new semester. Coach, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. All right, so let's talk before we get into all the games that's happened after
Okay.
the break. Let's talk about the tournaments before the break. How did those go?
We went to Woodward Academy and played in it wasn't a tournament, it was like a showcase. We split there. We beat Fulton Leadership and we lost to Hateville Charter. Could have easily won both. And then we went down to Florida, Destin, Florida, and played in the Christmas tournament down there. Lost the first game on a floater in the lane at the buzzer, and then lost the second game in overtime. So we were we had a rough four games there before break. So that's kind of how our year ended.
Did you take anything from the team playing different competition than you usually play, like you know, McIntosh and Union Grove and Woodland, all those teams?
Yeah, I mean, it just showed me they can play against anybody, and they have to believe that. I think they've started to believe that, but the teams that we lost to down there went on, and I think one won the consolation bracket and one finished like fifth place. So we didn't lose to two bad teams.
Yeah.
We lost to two pretty good teams, and we had a chance to beat both.
It sounded like a lot of those games were close. You know, you said the floater in the lane. Was there anything that you kind of told your team, you know, maybe when you got back, like, hey, you know, we only lost by a couple points here and there. We could have won these games.
Well, I think we were all just a little frustrated. You know, we were trying to figure everything out. We've got a young team. We've got one guy with varsity experience, and that's Zach Pina. So I just basically told him, you know, hey, we'll start the new year, start off fresh. You know, if you make mistakes, you're going hard, you're going to keep playing. And I think they've kind of bought into what we've been selling them, and it's kind of shown off this week, going 3-0 against three region opponents.
Right. Let's talk about the Woodland game. That was quite a game there. You know, in the first half didn't look good for you guys, but you turned it around, especially in the second half. There was one decision that I thought was interesting when you pulled all the starters. What was going through your mind when you did that?
When we did that, I thought they looked tired. I thought they kind of ran out of gas and steam. So we put 5 in, and we kind of went to a press. And we're not normally a pressing team because we're just not fast and quick enough to do it. And they kind of sparked us back into the game. I think we were down 11 when we put that second group in, and I think they took the lead. I think when they came out, we were up 1 or tied, and then the starters kind of closed it out from there. And then overtime, I thought it shouldn't even went to overtime. If we get a rebound, I think they took 2 or 3 shots. If we get a rebound here or there, it doesn't go to overtime.
Right.
But I think going to overtime helped us with our confidence and being able to pull that one out.
There were, like you said, you took out the starters because they looked tired. You did have one starter out there, was Jack Van Wayne. Was he kind of like, you know, running the show?
Jack's a spark plug. I mean, I don't think the kid ever gets tired. I mean, I think it's his soccer background. He goes 100 miles an hour the whole game. So you can't really take him out if you need some energy, because that's what he's going to bring. So, and Woodland was the #1 team on that side, on our other side of the region, so it was a big win for us.
Oh, absolutely. Was there anybody in particular that kind of stepped up near the end? I knew Kyle Everett was playing really well.
Yeah.
Was there anybody else that kind of caught?
You know, I thought Nate's played steady. Satchel, him and Satchel were big on the boards, and I thought Pina, you know, at times played well. You know, it's kind of been that way. These 3 wins starting the year. It's kind of been hasn't really been anybody one particular. It's kind of been a team effort. So, which is good to see.
So is that going to be going forward just more a team effort than individual performances?
I think so. I don't think we're built that way. I mean, we're not a McIntosh where we've got 2 or 3 guys that can put 25, 28 points up a game. It's going to take everybody from our first guy to our 13th guy to kind of contribute every night. So.
And speaking of McIntosh, on a completely different side note, Jordan Lyons broke the all-time McIntosh points record. Do you have anything to say about that?
Oh, I mean, that's a great accomplishment. I mean, anytime you can break a record at a school like that, he's a great player. You know, we'll play him one more time, and then hopefully we'll never have to see that group again. And they can go off to college and have their good careers and whatever they're going to do. But I mean, you got to give props to them for breaking that record. I mean, if anybody remembers Jeff Shepard, I mean, that's a huge honor for him.
Yeah,
so.
They've definitely given y'all some fits over the last couple of years, especially the 2 years when they were just beating teams.
Absolutely.
Y'all played Stockbridge, then the next game, which was Friday night. Talk to me about that game.
A tough game on the road. They were a state tournament team last year. I think their coach was coach of the year in Henry County. So, you know, anytime you play on the road in that kind of environment, it was a big win. I think we were same thing. We got a lead, and they kind of closed the lead, and then we stretched it out. once again, it was just kind of a team win. Nobody really stood out as being better than anybody else. They were the number 2 team on the other side of the region. So
Behind Woodland.
Behind Woodland, they're kind of 1-2. So, and then to wake up Saturday morning and go to Forest Park and play, it's tough as well because
Yeah.
we didn't get home till 10:30, 11. Then we turned around and got on the bus at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Then to get another win was just even more incredible, and it's all because of what the guys have done and how much how much work they put in. You can't believe it.
How much confidence did they get from beating a 1-2 team on the other side?
I would think huge. I would hope huge. I think it's paid off. I think they're starting to buy into the team concept we've been preaching. I think some guys have got some experience under their belt. It's hard. It's hard to come out when you've never played varsity basketball and step on the floor and contribute.
Right.
It's just a difficult experience. It's just difficult to do. And I think the first 10 games have gotten us better. And I think they're starting to kind of put it together. So
You got a big stretch coming up. You have a home game tomorrow night against Union Grove.
yes,
I'm guessing, yep. And then y'all play McIntosh, of course, in the next Friday. Let's talk about McIntosh real quick. I've already told you they give you fits
Correct.
every time they're on the floor. They're a great team.
Correct.
Great teams are going to give teams fits.
correct.
What is the biggest thing for you guys to go into their building and pull off the upset?
Well, I mean, I think they give everybody fits. To be fair, they're 8-0 in the region, so I think they've only lost 2 games. I think 2 games they lost were the ranked team. So they give everybody fits because of their size and their quickness and their guard play. For us to pull an upset, we'd have to play an almost perfect game. We've got a few tricks up our sleeve we're going to try to throw at them to see if we can get something to work and kind of throw the kitchen sink at them and see if we can't get the bounces to go our way. And you never know. We've beaten them before when they were the favorite. There's no doubt in my mind they can do it. It's just going to be a tough one.
The last game was very close in the first half, and kind of got away in the third quarter. Do you think if y'all played just like that in the first half and then continue that into the second half,
Correct.
do you think it could happen?
You can. It's just difficult because they have so many weapons. I mean, you think you get one big man in foul trouble, well, they've got another one that's just as good. You get one guard in foul trouble, or you shut him down, they've got another one that can light you up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, any high school team with that much talent is hard to shut down all 4 guys. So.
And then you'll have a big home stretch. You play Whitewater, Northgate, Dutchtown, all those teams in the span of a week, basically. What's the biggest thing going into that? You just played McIntosh.
Right.
You're going back home, the biggest stretch of the year at home. What's the biggest thing you're going to
Well,
tell your team for that?
I think you just got to keep getting region wins. I mean, I think we're sitting in 4th place now. I think you pretty much got to concede the 1 to McIntosh. But you're trying to get a good seed for the region tournament. And if we can get ourselves in a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th spot where you only have to win 1 game to get to the state tournament, what it looks like the other side of the region, we're the stronger side of the region. You never know what can happen. And, McIntosh is a big deal, but I try to tell our guys all the time, it doesn't make our season. They've never been any further than the Sweet 16. We've never been any further than this. We've made it to the Sweet 16. So just because of that, it's don't start, we don't want to make our whole season revolve around McIntosh. It's a big win, no doubt, but there's more to the season than just beating McIntosh.
And what is your biggest goal for the rest of the season, just kind of closing it out?
Well, I think continue to play as a team, play hard. Hopefully our students start coming out a little bit more. I told them, I said, you've got some enthusiasm behind you now. Some people want to see you. Keep playing hard, get these young guys some experience, and continue to see if we can chip away and get some more region wins and put ourselves in a good spot to kind of advance to the state tournament.
All right, Coach,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the video and come back next week for Coach's Corner.